exercise and what can I do here? What can I do there? And so I urge everybody to kind of think about what you're doing when you're going to set up an exercise program, because exercise is like a car. You put oil in your car, you put gasoline in your car, you put transmission fluid in your car, you put brake fluid in your car, you put antifreeze in your car, you have the windshield wiper liquid in the reservoir there for the pump to put on your windshields and so forth. And you wax and wash the car paint so it stays nice and so it doesn't allow decomposition of the metal or whatever your car is made out of. It's one of those things where you have to pay attention to all these details. Okay, you have to do the same thing for yourself. Don't treat your car better than you're treating yourself. And you have the red warning light in the dashboard of your car. The red warning light in your body is everything from your eyes, your skin, your awareness to itchiness or pain or whatnot. And so you have to pay attention to all those details. And we give you a lot of information. We've got 22 best-selling books now. We got 2 or 3 more coming here pretty quick. But this is let's see here, a 75-year track record of major discoveries, health discoveries. Okay, I only see the yellow. Yeah, I only see your finger on the yellow thing. We don't see the rest of the book.
The full thing is there, Dr. Wallach. Trust me.
Okay, all right. And so the Wallach Revolution covers a lot of territory. I'm getting a lot of calls from people who bought the book saying, oh my gosh, we didn't realize that, you had so much to do with getting rid of arthritis, getting rid of high blood pressure, getting rid of diabetes, getting rid of obesity, getting rid of Alzheimer's disease, getting rid of things like kidney disease, getting rid of stomach issues, okay, irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, and getting rid of things like constipation, diarrhea, all this stuff. Oh, skin problems, eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis, lupus, all these autoimmune diseases, like all these things. We got rid of all that. Nobody should have those things. You get it. You should be able to get rid of it in a couple of weeks if you get our information. So get a hold of that book, The Wallach Revolution. Get a hold of the book. And the book's starting to really sell crazy is Hell's Kitchen, because people didn't realize it. But for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, we were getting minerals, unaware of that, by using wood and coal as fuel, and then taking the wood ashes and coal ashes and putting them into our gardens. And wood ashes and coal ashes are like 95% minerals. And because the trees and, pulled up all the minerals. And then when we burned the fuel, either as wood as coal, we took the ashes and put them in our gardens. We knew that somehow those wood ashes and coal ashes made the gardens grow better. All right. And grandma, since we were, not in the rich bunch, we used wood ash as a spice in our food. Okay. And so, gosh, we're getting minerals that way. Now, nutritional minerals are not made by plants. Plants do not make minerals. Plants make vitamins, amino acids, fatty acids. Okay. Also, the thing you have to appreciate is that nutritional minerals do not occur in a uniform blanket around the crust of the earth. They occur in veins like gold and silver. Some places do very well. And we used to have the bottomland, where every year would flood, and the flood waters from the mountains would bring down silt and put them in the farmlands in the valleys. And when the water would recede, the farmers would plow that silt back in the soil and so renew the minerals every year from the beginning of time. Okay. Now, once we got electricity, suddenly now we shut off the flooding because we put up dams to make electricity. Okay, hydroelectric. No more wood ashes, no more coal ashes, because we had electricity. How many ashes do you get when you use electricity as fuel? Okay, none. And so you have to supplement to make up for what you used to get for as a byproduct of just living back in the old days. Okay, this goes beyond simple thinking. Okay, this is very, very, very scientific. And of course, even our rebounder spore drink has 75 minerals in it. We have the the powder in the canister. We have the sticks, 30 sticks in a box, 36 servings in a canister. We have the cans, 12-ounce cans. And there you go. There's 12 cans in a case. But I like to pop the tops, 2 of those at night, put them in the refrigerator so all the bubbly's gone by morning. And I have one with breakfast and one with dinner time or lunch or something like that. And that way I'm getting those 75 mils. I take my healthy brain and heart pack, which has 215 nutrients twice a day. So I'm getting 100 nutrients 4 times a day. Now, if I'm going to do something really physical, like load trucks and do something in the yard or take walks or something like that, guess what? I'll take extra. So I might be getting 100 nutrients 6 times a day, but a minimum of 4 times a day, I'm getting 100 nutrients. That's why I'm 84 years old and people think I'm in my 50s. Okay. And it's one of those things where bad guys don't bother me because I can take them. Okay. Because despite my age, I'm in good physical shape. And I learned how to box and wrestle and play football and all that kind of stuff and weightlift back when I was a kid. And I carried that forward and all that information is stuck with me. So I stay in good shape. And so I avoid all the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, no barley, rye, and oats, no buckwheat, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. I'm very, very passionate about that. And if everybody does that, you can add 25 to 50 healthy years to your life. And people say, oh, it's so expensive. No, it's not expensive. And if you do something very clever here, okay, you get rid of the bad foods. Bad foods are expensive. Stop the bad foods, you'll have more than enough money to pay for your supplement program. Duh. Okay. All right. And let's see here. With that said, let's turn it over to Rebecca. I know you have some questions we want to start out with, but don't forget it is springtime. Get on the springtime thing and let's move into the spring in good shape. So what questions do you have for us, Becca? Did I lose the sound?
Yeah, because I had muted myself. I didn't want to, when I was moving the book around, I didn't want to distract you. You were on a roll, Dr. Wallach.
Wow.
So, yes, we get lots and lots of questions coming in, folks. Questions that are coming in as you sign up for the newsletter, as you go to dailywithdoc.com, use that contact us, and also directly through text messaging, whether you're on Facebook or direct to me or one of my coaches, or even on WhatsApp, Dr. Wallach. And the first one I want to go to is on WhatsApp, coming from far down south, like the tip of South America. And we have a young boy. He's only 4 years old.
South
Dr.
America
Wallach.
or South Africa?
South Africa. Thank you. South Africa. Even farther away. Alles van die beste. And if Albert is on with us, thank you so much for joining us here, even though it is late where you are. But he has a friend whose little boy is only 4 years old, Dr. Wallach.
Okay.
This was an active little guy and all of a sudden started getting sick and has been recently diagnosed with ALL, acute lymphoblastic leukemia, with aggressive T cells. He's about 35 pounds. They did a sonar and found that the body was riddled with nodes around his neck and abdomen. The spleen is the size of an adult. He has low platelets and they want to jump on top of this. So he's already got a chemo port and on steroids. Dr. Wallach, what nutritionally can we do to support this little body?
Okay. Well, again, I'm kind of cringing when they say cortisone. Did you say steroids? Steroids?
On a steroid.
Yeah.
So it's blocking the body's natural response.
Exactly, because the body should be responding here, and when you use steroids, it quiets everything down, so you cannot respond. And I'm very disappointed they went that direction. Again, they're going for, well, we're going to make you feel good right away. But this is very scary that they did that. Okay, so I have a lot of experience with sick kids, okay, and sick adults, of course. And so basically what I want to do is get this guy at 35 pounds, 25 pounds, whatever it is, 35 pounds,
About 35.
35 pounds. Get him off all the bad stuff, the things that got him in trouble. No fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat and rhinos. You need the good food, bad food list, which is in the book, and all these safe recipes and cooking methods. And Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods. They need that book for to feed that kid. Also, at 35 pounds, I want him to be eating, in addition to these good recipes in that book, Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods. I also want him to take our supplement program for kids. We actually have a liquid kids meal called Kids Toddy, and he can have 2 doses a day of a Kids Toddy. Okay. It tastes like orange juice, so the kid will like it. It just tastes like orange juice, but it has the nutrients in there that's going to support his immune system and give him necessary nutrients to help make red blood cells and platelets and stuff like that, which he's in trouble with, okay, because he got bone marrow issues, it sounds like. And then I also want him to get the 90 essential nutrients. And we do have the little collagen sticks, correct?
The mineral sticks,
Mineral
yes.
stick, yeah, the mineral collagen sticks. It has collagen in it, plus the minerals, plus our 75 minerals, and tastes good. He could have, say, 2 of those sticks a day. You know, it's 1 stick per 100 pounds of body weight. I'd have in his condition, I'd have him take 2 sticks a day. And if he only wants to take 1 stick a day, I'd also have him have somebody in his family put on his back and his tummy twice a day about a teacup of just our plain plant minerals, just plain plant mineral. Put them in a spray bottle, spray them on his back between his shoulder blades and his lower back, on his chest and his sternum, and around his belly button twice a day. A half a teacup twice a day. Okay, half a teacup on the back and half a teacup on the front. Okay, and these minerals absorb through the skin very quickly, and this is going to be a wonderful thing. But let's start there and see how it goes. And we need to be kept in anytime they do a test, anytime we get more data, they need to let us know immediately so we can adjust accordingly, okay?
And I just want to kind of elaborate a little bit, Dr. Wallach, on using the minerals in a spray bottle. So you can get, and a half a teacup is about between 2 to 4 ounces, depending on how big your teacup is. And you can get those little spray bottles, and I like the blue ones just because they look good and it's happy color. But you fill that up, getting just the 2 or 4 ounce, and you spray that all over the body. Let it dry, spray it again. Let it dry, let it soak into the skin, because that's what it's doing. The particle size with the colloidal minerals is so tiny that it's absorbing into the system, right into the bloodstream and right where it needs to be, all over, instead of waiting for it to go into the mouth, through the digestive system, into the blood, and then throughout the body. So, Dr. Wallach, we've seen this beneficial for adults, for children, for animals. We're mineral deficient. And when you give the body the minerals, it's able to respond and do so much. And the nice thing about it is putting it on the skin, Dr. Wallach, if they've got a lousy digestive system, it's still getting into the body.
That's
and
correct.
not having
And
to
of course,
fight with the digestive system.
yeah, the clue we have here for this kid, you say he's got low platelets.
Yes.
Yeah, see, platelets are made in the bone marrow. So we need to get this nutrition into the bone marrow, and through the skin is a way to do it.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Dr. Wallach. I know this is going to be helpful and to more than just this. I'm sorry?
Don't forget the Kids Toddy.
And the kids toddy, oh, absolutely, because that's where the 90 are, the 90 essential nutrients. Now, would you add an EFA in there as well, and it's like the EFA plus?
Yes. That's a good idea. Absolutely.
And for a 4-year-old or a child that's not able to swallow big pills, we also have the multi-EFA, which is much, much smaller, but you can always poke a hole in it and then squeeze it into something like applesauce, or squeeze it into the kid's toddy so that they're taking it all in. I have a child that just sticks them in his mouth, and I do it too.
And
Okay.
chew them up.
Full
Yeah.
confession, I do it as well, but I stick it in my mouth and I just chew it up, and then I drink my
Yeah,
tangy
and
tangerine.
Kids toddy tastes like orange juice, so kids like the kids toddy.
Yeah. And that's, you know, the way the Beyond Tangy Tangerine is too. So you get kids that are 50 pounds, 75 pounds or more, they can do half doses of the Tangy Tangerine and get their 90 essential nutrients in that way as a smoothie. So the kids' toddy is just a couple tablespoons, not very much. The instructions are on the back of the bottle, but you do want to go to dailywithdoc.com to get this, to make sure that you are getting fresh product right from the manufacturer, or get back with the person that shared this program with you and have them help you get genuine product. Folks, there's a lot of places that you can find anything and everything on the internet, but there's no guarantee that it's true, fresh product with what is inside, exactly what's telling you on the outside, without going direct to the source. And if you've been speaking with a longevity associate, they are getting product direct from the source. It is coming to you from the distribution center, where everything is fresh, and using that first in, first out rotation system, which is what I do at home also. So I just want to really emphasize that going to some of these online retailers the big box stores are not your best option, especially if you are already working with somebody or you want a coach. If you want somebody to coach you, then give them the opportunity to help you also get that program. I know for me, if somebody is buying the products from me, I don't charge them for my coaching time. But if they're going to go somewhere else and buy the products, I charge them $100 an hour, Dr. Wallach, and I get it. So folks, save yourself some money, get yourself a really good coach, let them help you get the products that you need, and, you know, live life to its fullest. Fill those gaps and allow your body to do what it was designed to do. Let's go to the next hand that is up, Dr. Wallach. And Kathy, welcome back. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hey, good afternoon. Hi.
Good afternoon, Kathy.
What about coconut water? That's good to drink. Coconut water.
What do you think?
Okay, if you get this year's crop of coconuts, you crack it open and drink that water out of the coconut, that's fine. Okay, but don't expect to get much nutrition from it. What you're getting is you're just kind of getting some, you know, little fresh, tasty treat, but that's what it is. You cannot be expecting you're going to get some nutrition there. Okay.
Okay, filtered water is the best.
Just filtered water. That's right. But you want to add minerals to it.
Mm-hmm.
So we have our plant-derived minerals, both in the plain, the strawberry kiwi mints, the cherry mints, and then we have those mineral sticks that you can add to water that allow you to have both a full dose of minerals and also collagen. But I've looked at the label on some of these coconut waters, Dr. Wallach, and the stuff that they add to it to help give it freshness and allow it to be able to be fresh goes way beyond what we do, because we do absolute minimum and the safest, most natural preservatives available in our liquid products, so that they do have some type of shelf life beyond, you know, a month.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Also,
You're
one more thing. What about blackstrap molasses?
Okay, well, blackstrap molasses was an old product, okay? Because you could put it on the shelf for a while, and because of its density, it didn't spoil, okay? And people would use it for sugar in their coffee and their tea, and they would use it for sugar for making pie and stuff like that, okay? I don't like that much sugar, okay? We don't need that much sugar anymore. In the old days, molasses came from sugar cane kind of thing, and it's one of those things where that's in the old days. Okay, I'm going to tell you. Have you ever heard of olive oil?
Yes.
Okay, have you ever heard what's this big coffee company out there? Buy coffee.
I'm not going to advertise for them. No.
Okay, there's this big coffee company out there. They started putting olive oil in their coffee, and people are getting sick like crazy. It's front page news story. So I'm not telling anything out of school. It's a big front page news story that this big coffee company, so many people are complaining now. Now, how many times have you heard me say no oils? That includes olive oil, no oils. Well, this coffee company, they started making coffee. You come in there and you get your olive oil in your coffee. Oh my gosh, they created a monster because all these people were getting sick and going to the hospital and all this, that, and the other, and complaining and filing lawsuits and stuff. So I don't think they're going to be putting any more olive oil in their coffee anymore.
Okay. So what do you put in your tea?
When I put my tea, I put hot water
And a tea bag.
and a tea bag.
Okay.
That's it. But we do use the peppermint tea. I like peppermint tea because peppermint, okay? So just a spice, peppermint tea. Okay, that's where I go. And I have peppermint tea. I probably have 2 peppermint tea bags a day. Okay, I'll go through maybe 4 cups of hot water with those 2 peppermint tea bags. And so that's kind of where I go, because peppermint is a nice spice, okay? And it's just a flavor, okay? It's not something that's going to cause a health issue. And so I stay away. I do drink our coffee once in a while, not frequently, but a couple times a month, I'll have a nice cup of longevity coffee. And of course, our coffee is different because we actually use our Bloom and Mineral fertilizer, okay, which is natural from the volcanic ashes and everything like that. We fertilize our plantations. We grow our own coffee for our own coffee, and we have the decaf coffee as well as having the full coffee with the caffeine in it. And so I'll have a couple of cups of coffee a week, but I drink tea 2 or 3 or 4 cups a day with the peppermint, okay, and that's is very healthy, no problems. So I don't go to anything that's marginal. People are complaining about it. You don't want to go there. Okay, now that was a big thing 100 years ago, and 500 years ago, and 1,000 years ago. Okay, well, those days are gone, and thank goodness, because they contributed to bad health, and so you don't want to stay in that bad time. Chocolate is good. We have the triple treat chocolate, and then what's the other one that has the cream inside of it?
Gold, Dr. Wallach.
What?
That's our triple gold. That's our chocolate with caramel in the middle. And then for those who like mints, we have that mint one
triple
as
treat.
well. Triple treat.
Yeah.
Yes. But since we're talking about tea, Dr. Wallach, as an herbalist, peppermint is very soothing for the digestive system.
Mm-hmm.
And Longevity actually has a whole line of herbal teas. So I encourage you to get with the person that referred you to this program, ask them about our herbal teas, because we have some for sleep, we have some for digestion, we have some for energy, We have some for boosting the metabolism. There's just a whole bunch of wonderful, yummy tasting, beneficial teas that can be used that are all organically grown, and you don't have to worry about any of the additives going in. Let's go to the next hand that is up, Dr. Wallach, and Deborah. Deborah, go ahead and unmute yourself. Welcome to Daily with Doc, my friend.
Hi, hello. Hi, Dr. Wallach.
No.
I have two questions. One is I've got a someone that has macular degeneration is getting shots in the eyes.
Okay. Well, macular degeneration is a degeneration of the back part of the eye on the inside, the retina, where the optic nerve goes into the back of the eye. Okay, and the macula has all these blood vessels and nerves and all kinds of stuff. It's a very important part of the eye. When you have macular degeneration, you have osteoporosis of the skull, squeezing the optic nerve, squeezing the optic artery and the optic vein, shutting off the blood supply and the nerve supply to that part of the eye. Okay, so that's a clue. Okay, and so this person needs to be getting off all the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, no brown oats, no buckwheat, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Even the diet one's got to go, and also the carbonated water needs to go because it interferes with absorption of minerals and digestion of food, because you need the minerals, to make stomach acid, and the carbonation neutralizes stomach acid. All right. And so then I like people with macular degeneration, get a hold of the book. See, you know where I'm going here, Rebecca. It's all in your head. There's a book and a CD set. Goes into 37 different diseases, okay, that are caused by osteoporosis of the skull, including macular degeneration. It's easily reversible, okay. And get that CD and the book set. It's all in your head. And macular degeneration go away very quickly because it's not a genetic thing. It's not an immune thing. It's not an aging thing. It's the skull squeezing all that equipment going into the back of the eye. Okay. And of course, to me, my most favorite picture in this book, of course, normal skull at the top here is page 6, Roman numeral number 6, is only a quarter of an inch thick. And down here, where you have osteoporosis, this is a normal skull. Osteoporosis skull, the skull is 1.5 inches to 2 inches thick. You can see we're squeezing those 12 pairs of cranial nerves, and including the spinal cord and so forth. This is all healable very quickly, but you got to get rid of the bad stuff to maximize absorption, and then take, and in fact, the healthy brain and heart pack, the MSM. I like the synaptive. I also like the occutive. I like the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. When you have these issues, they all go away very quickly.
Thank you, Dr. Wallach. And my second question is, I've got someone who has had a knee replacement and was told by the doctor that every time he has his teeth cleaned, he has to have an antibiotic so that there's no chance of him getting a knee infection, getting it the joint replaced, infected.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I would see a different doctor. It seems to me like this dentist is his brother or something like that. Okay. At any rate, you have to appreciate that when I fell up in that ditch up in Canada, they wanted to amputate my leg, and I said, no, I'm going to keep my leg. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die, but I'm going to die with my leg on. You're not going to cut my leg off, and then I'm going to die 2 weeks later. No, you're not cutting my leg off. And I think the doctor died, but I didn't. You have to kind of stand up for yourself here. We have so many people with bone-to-bone arthritis. The first thing the doctor wants to do is a double knee replacement or a double hip replacement, or maybe, well, let's amputate your leg and give you an artificial leg. No, give us 90 days. Give us 90 days, because we can regrow your knee, we can regrow your hip. Okay, as long as there's a blood supply. That's the only caveat. You need to have a blood supply. But as long as you have a blood supply, we can regrow your knee, we can grow your hip. You do not need to have your knee replaced. You do not need to have your hip replaced. Well, my doctor says, well, your doctor has kids in college and he needs the cash flow. It's time for tuition to be paid.
Mhm.
All right, Deborah. Does that complete your questions, my dear?
And so, so I guess just to clarify, so he doesn't, I mean, would he need like the killer biotic or something that to add that to his nutrient, his supplements? Because he's on the 90.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know, it won't hurt if he's on the 90. He needs the MSM. He also needs killer biotic. I take 3 of those twice a day, just for prevention. And then, of course, the oxybody also helps. Don't forget the rebound, especially when you've had joint surgery and joint problems and that kind of stuff. Don't forget the rebound. And so it's one of those things where what should I say? You just want to make sure that the hygiene is good. Your supplements that you're required to maintain all your tissues are being brought in appropriate for your body weight every day. And when they say you need to take come into my office and get antibiotics when you're going to get your teeth cleaned, there's something wrong with that picture. There's somebody's getting their back scratched there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Wallach.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Deborah. Now, Dr. Wallach, we're talking about the eyes, and Irene is on with us, and she says that the left bottom eye, my left bottom eye, has a clogged.
Does she have 3 vertical eyes? I mean, what do you mean her bottom eye?
I think it's the bottom of the left corner of her eye. Okay. So let's just 2 eyes, and the bottom of one has a clogged mealbing, MEILBOMAIN.
M?
Catch that? MN, main. Anyways, it's MEIL.
Membrane?
It's not membrane. It doesn't show membrane. Folks, this just goes to prove you don't have to know all these technical terms in order to do this job, but it does help a little bit. So Irene, if you're on with us, do you mind coming unmuted, my dear?
Hello?
All right.
Hi, this is Irene. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Go ahead and ask your question, please.
What's the matter with your bottom eye?
It's the bottom lid,
Oh,
the bottom lid.
okay. What's the matter with it? It
It
droops?
has a pimple. It's like a clogged pore, I would say, that got infected and has a little bubble on it now.
Okay, is it on the lid?
Yeah, it's the bottom of the lid.
Okay. Okay. Well, here's a case where you want to make sure you're getting the, let's see here. I would go with the, let's see here. Help me here, Rebecca. We're
Are you thinking,
Huh?
well, the brain and heart pack, but definitely the colloidal silver, Dr. Wallach, with a
Mhm.
couple drops in the eye and killer biotic on the inside. If
Yeah,
it's
I
infected.
would do that. Also, hair, skin, and nails. Hair, skin, and nails. I would take 2 doses of that a day. But the colloidal silver, you can actually put it in the eye and squirt it on that, wet cotton ball. We were watching TV.
I have that with me.
Okay, and
Perfect.
hold that against the eye. Okay.
Could I use could I put the colloidal silver on a cotton ball
Yeah.
and soak it? Okay. Beautiful.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's no alcohol in it. It won't burn.
Thank you.
Okay. So keep it, hey, keep in touch with us. Let us know how that bottom eye is doing. I thought that was kind of cute, the bottom eye.
Thank you.
All right, so it's the bottom lid of her left eye, Dr. Wallach.
Okay.
So Mark has a question. He says that there's recent news about chocolate and cadmium. Should we be concerned about it? And with anything, Mark, and everybody that's listening, we need to be concerned about our food. We need to read the labels and trust the sources that we're getting our food from, because we never know. And then support your body. Dr. Wallach?
Yes, well, cadmium in high doses are definitely potentially toxic. And here's where a hair analysis will come in. You get the book Rare Earths and Cures, get a hair analysis, find out if we have to get rid of excess cadmium. And then, of course, that's what they have the Bloom and Minerals for, to detox for toxic minerals like cadmium, lead, mercury, uranium, those kind of things. Excessive amounts of arsenic and so on. And so we do have, again, the herbal rainforest for that. That's why we came up with that product. But get a hair analysis and, get the book Rare Earths and Cures, go to page 272, and the whole process is laid out in chapters 10 and 11. And in 2 weeks' time, you're going to get an envelope back with 5 charts in it. The 2 main charts, or one main chart is all the nutritional minerals. The second main chart is toxic minerals. And then the other 3 charts are ratios and that kind of stuff, which is a little more, which I say, not
Goes more into detail.
yeah.
Yeah, and just shows whenever things are not balanced like they're supposed to, what we need to do in order to get it back in balance.
There you go.
And I do want to say that the volume of people requesting hair analysis, Dr. Wallach, has increased greatly. So it may be more than 2 weeks for people to be getting back their analysis. So be patient, but you can get a hold of Wellness Publications, who does the management of the hair analysis, through drjwallach.com. That's also where you can get Dr. Wallach's books as well. Dr. Wallach, let's go.
Including Rare Earths and Cures.
Rare Earths Forbidden Cures. That's right. Let's go to the next hand that's up, Dr. Wallach, before you have to go. So we have an iPhone here with the hand up. Go ahead and see if I can get you to unmute. Unmute yourself, please. I see your lips moving, but you have to unmute first. You should have a button on your screen that says that the host is asking you to unmute. There you go. Nope. Try again. No. All right. I'm sorry. We're going to have to move to the next person with their hand up. And Nancy, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Okay. Thank you, Marilyn. What I wanted to know is there a product that would clean your veins? Because I have a very mild blockage. They say it's 30% blockage of carotid arteries, but to me, that's very serious, and so I want to know, is there something I can use to clean those veins?
Well, an artery is not a vein.
Oh, well, is there something I can use to clean my arteries then?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Ultimate Daily Classic Tablets.
Okay, I'm taking those.
Okay, how much do you weigh?
I weigh not quite 150, but nearly.
We need to take 3 twice a day. That's in addition to the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack. That's in addition to the, let's see here, MSM.
I don't take MSN, so I need to be doing that, right?
Yep.
Okay. MSN, and then 3 of those tablets a day or 3 times a day?
Okay.
What did you say?
3, okay, for the MSM, I want you to take 3, and you weigh 110 pounds?
No, I weigh 150 nearly.
Okay, yeah, when you have a problem like that, I'd go with 3 times a day.
Okay.
Every 2,000 months of the MSM. That's in addition to the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack.
Yeah, I do that.
Okay, good. And you need 2 of the Healthy Brain and Heart Packs. So you can take a full dose of everything twice a day.
I've been doing that.
Okay, good. But don't forget 2 bottles of the Ultimate Daily Classic. That's 3 words, Ultimate Daily Classic tablets.
Okay,
Because we have other products with similar names, but you want the one with the 3 words, Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. Take 3 of those twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. And that supports healthy blood pressure, healthy blood flow through blocked arteries, blocked veins. And
does it clean them out?
yes.
Oh, good. Okay,
Well, you have
okay,
to stop
thanks a lot.
stop eating the bad foods so you don't keep getting them
I've
dirty.
already done that. I'm on the program. I mean, I'm strict. I'm on it,
Okay.
but I just wasn't doing that. So I'm gonna have to start doing that.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
that's what I needed to know. Thanks a lot.
Well, thank you. Keep us informed.
Yep.
All right, Nancy, keep going. You didn't get there overnight, so it's going to take a little bit of time to get rid of it as well. This, Dr. Wallach, we're going to try to unmute iPhone again. iPhone, can you unmute? Going once, going twice. Oh, maybe. Okay, on YouTube, we have somebody who has had gray hair since they were 16 years old. They are now 48, have almost all gray hair, so bad, also bad varicose veins. They started taking just chelated copper and wanted to know if that was okay, but they also have a large myoma in the uterus, Dr. Wallach. So based on 100 pounds, because I don't have any weight here, what would you recommend for somebody who has had gray hair since they were 16, almost completely gray at 48, varicose veins, and a myoma in the uterus?
Myoma.
That's what she says.
Okay. That's kind of a benign enlargement of the muscles of the uterus. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So per 100 pounds of body weight, we need to have her get rid of all the bad foods. No fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, bran, rhinos, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. She needs to again take 2 Healthy Brain and Heart Packs a month, 2 Healthy Brain and Heart Packs a month, a full dose of everything twice a day. She needs the MSM, 3 of those 3 times a day. It'll be 2 bottles a month to support maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, discs between the vertebrae, bone makes the bone itself, including the bone marrow, which makes the white blood cells to help support the immune system. Also, because she has a benign enlargement of the muscles of the uterus, I'd also want her to have the Xerafem. She can go ahead and take 3 of those twice a day. That'll be 2 bottles a month of the Xerafem. All right. I want her to have 3 eggs at breakfast and 3 eggs at dinner time with soft yolks, soft boiled, soft poached, soft scrambled butter, not fried, not hard boiled, because she needs that cholesterol to make hormones. And of course, the Xerafem will give her ovaries the raw materials it needs to make the female hormones, but they also need the cholesterol because female hormones and male hormones are both 95% by weight cholesterol. You need the cholesterol. Don't take any cholesterol lowering drugs. Okay. Cholesterol is your best friend. Makes up 25% of your brain weight, 25% of your spinal cord weight, and 95% of your sex hormone rate weight. Okay. Okay. So I hope that helps out there. And let's see, I got time for one more.
We got time for one more, Dr. Wallach. So we got a question that came in through the website, and Rebecca has a question in regards to an autoimmune disease, and she
Wait a
says
minute,
she's
you're
been listening.
Rebecca.
She spells it the biblical way, so it's not me, but I think it's really cool. I often ask my mom how come she didn't spell it like in the Bible, and she couldn't give me a good answer, but that's okay. I still love you, Mama. But Rebecca says she suffers with an autoimmune disease that has not been officially diagnosed, but her ANA, so anti-nuclear antibody, is positive. She has brain fog, joint soreness. She's taking hydroxychloroquine, but she wants to know, what do you suggest nutritionally? And let's go for based on 150 pounds, Dr. Wallach.
Okay, 150 pounds. All right. Well, I want her to get rid of all the bad foods: no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, no barley, rye, oats, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Even the diet ones got to go. And then I want her to have 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month. 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month. I want her to take 2 bottles of our Synaptive a month, so I can take 3 of those twice a day. She needs 3 eggs twice a day with soft yolks, not hard boiled, not fried, soft boiled, soft poached, soft scrambled butter. I want her to have our, let's see here, Memory FX. She can take 3 of those twice a day. And then I want her to have the MSM, 2 bottles a month of the MSM for her joints and bones and all that kind of stuff. I want her to have 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner time. They're going to help rebuild the bone and bone marrow. And then I want her to have our collagen peptides, a scoop of that with her morning drink and a scoop with her evening drink. That'll be 2 of those little canisters per month. And then let's see here. I also want her to have the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. Ultimate Daily Classic tablets, take 3 of those twice a day. That's in addition to the brain fog. Okay, that's also going to help the brain fog in addition to the Synaptive. Okay, because the brain requires a lot of blood to get a lot of oxygen, a lot of food. Okay, so we definitely want the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. 3 of those, I'd go twice a day minimum. Okay.
All right, thank you so much for that, Dr. Wallach. And I would add for the brain fog, just because sometimes we need that quick fix, we have a hydration stick. It's just a powder that you add in with water that has a nice herbal combination that helps to boost the mood and also create clarity to remove that brain fog. One is called Soul, the other one's called Smart, and I add some of the plant-derived minerals, whether it's the plain or the flavored, and it just makes a really tasty drink, Dr. Wallach, and we all need additional hydration. So just something to ask the person that invited you to this program about the hydration sticks. That's the not the Smart FX. Those are essential fatty acids, but the Smart or the Soul. Well, Dr. Wallach, thank you for your time with us today. We greatly appreciate you and all that you have done to help support healthier communities. You are amazing, and life is better with your smile in it, Dr. Wallach, especially for me. That's what your profile picture says. So thank you so much for joining us. And if I could get my co-hosts up here with me, we can't do a program like this and have it stream in so many different places and answer questions on all these different platforms, plus run the room and make sure that we keep everything safe with cameras on. It's just, it takes a community, it takes a team. And I am so grateful for my team. We have Heather Bowen, who does a lot of our social media stuff. We have Marilyn Pizzera Spear, who helps with emails and posting information here in the chat. We have Sherry Browning, who also helps me with my emails and letting people in and helping watch the waiting room. And then we have Ruth Ellen Sanchez, who just does it all. I couldn't do this without her. And I feel really bad because sometimes my stress overflows to her, and then she's got her own stress. But folks, with a team, we make it happen. And yes, there's going to be technical issues every once in a while. And yes, we are human. There might be a misspelling or a date incorrect, but you letting us know helps us know what needs to be corrected and helps us make this a much better program. So we greatly appreciate all of you, those of you who are here live with us, those of you who are watching us out on the different platforms. You've heard the information. I'm sure you can think of 1 or 2 people that might be dealing with something that was mentioned in this program. Share this program with those that you know, those that you love, those that might be suffering, even those that want to stay healthy and not face the suffering. Our programs are for everybody. Everybody needs the 90 essential nutrients. And even those of us, well, it wasn't me because I wasn't in a good place. But even when I work with somebody who says, I just want to stay healthy, there's nothing wrong, they get on the 90 essential nutrients, they call me in 2 or 3 days, they're like, wow, I thought I was in a good place, and now I feel better than ever. And that's because your body does amazing things and thanks you when it's getting what it needs. So folks, get back with the person that invited you to the program. If there's nobody to thank, feel free to use the store on dailywithdoc.com. You want to get in touch with a health coach, use that, contact us. This is for people that have never spoken with anybody about longevity or Dr. Wallach before. We have a team of certified holistic health coaches that are available to help you. You can use that, contact us if you prefer email, or we even have an 800 number, 855-949-3377, 855-949-3377. Again, this is for people that have never spoken to anybody about longevity or Dr. Wallach or the products before. And if you have, get back with that person that shared this with you. Tell them thank you and ask them how they also can feel the difference with the 90 essential nutrients. My name is Becca Dukes, and on behalf of the whole entire group.
One minute before we go, we need to remind people that we will not be having a show Wednesday through Friday. So this week it's just Monday and Tuesday, and there will be no show on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And
it's my fault, and I was forgetting about it. Sorry, folks.
But also, Sportis nutritionists, please call the number and ask for me because I would like to talk to you.
Yes. And I know they can hear you because they're on YouTube and they're doing a great job talking and helping people with their questions. And I mean, so many different people that are jumping on all the different names and putting in questions and making comments and showing their support for the show. I love it. I love it because people are waking up. Folks, we do not have to be dependent on a broken system that spends billions of dollars to keep you sick. Think about it. Things happen over time. What happens over time? Depletion. Don't you think that the body was uniquely designed that when you give the body back the things that has been depleted, it's able to use it and rebuild, because we're continually growing new cells. Our cells are replicating. See, I don't even have all the words. If I can do this, you can do this. And if you have skills that you want to use to help build a community, then please give us a call. 855-949-3377, or get back with the person that shared this program with you and say, hey, I want to be part of this community that is making a positive impact in the world in building healthier bodies, healthier families, healthier communities, and a healthier world. So we'll see you tomorrow on Daily with Doc. dailywithdoc.com is where you can find replays of our previous programs, previous shows, but also follow us. YouTube, look for Critical Health News. Follow us there. Rumble, Critical Health News. And Facebook, Critical Health. So I did a poll the other day and asked here in the live Zoom, where do you prefer watching? Which platform do you watch? And Rumble was the winner. So even though we've got all of these people out here on YouTube that I can see, we still, Rumble took the cake, but I love you guys. And we just greatly appreciate you for joining us here on Daily with Doc. Bye for now.